Breakfast on a Wednesday morning. Thank you very much for joining us this morning. Well, they say one man's trash is another man's treasure, and Martin Adlington couldn't agree more.
The Aucklander is making extraordinary artworks and a tidy little living out of the things we just throw away. Amy Kelly has the story.
From old bottle caps to barnacle-clad barge rope, Martin has an eye for rubbish.
Had some money, someone's barbecue fork.
You can use that to make artwork?
Oh yes, it'll make a great earring, look.
Other people's trash is his treasure. He's on the hunt for it every day of the week, beachcombing at Browns Bay and searching Salvation Army skip bins for the things even charities don't want.
Kitchen things, utensils, I can make clocks out of them. I like finding Barbies because it's quite a symbol of consumerism.
With Martin's vivid imagination, almost anything can be transformed into a marketable piece of art.
Is there anything that you simply won't touch?
Disposable nappies, syringes, and other containers of bodily fluids.
But that's it?
Dead animals.
Martin's front room has become a gallery of sorts.
Welcome to Trash Palace.
Wow, a treasure trove of junk art and trashin'.
Well, here we have a robot made from an old toaster I found in the inorganic. The fan I bought at the market. The tins came out of my own rubbish.
And what would you sell something like this for?
150, 200.
Then there are the earrings made with computer keyboard buttons and his quirky fish plaques carved out of old jandals.
There was a big storm in Browns Bay last year and I found about 5 or 10 on the beach.
They all washed up?
They all washed up, so... And I put a little map on showing where I found them. A little piece of Kiwiana.
He says he developed his eye for rubbish almost 40 years ago while working as a garbage collector.
You know, when you go to the landfill in the truck, there's this huge tip. You can't imagine how big the hole is. And it's just going day and night. There's gold in those tips.
He's getting good cash for his trash. His work's now selling in boutique stores and small galleries.
I think they're quite humorous, quite unusual, different, something different. People are really interested now in recycling. They seem to go straight there. That's the place to go in the shop.
But he makes no secret of the humble origins of his works. He's keen to spread the message that we can all be recycling and reusing more.
If it made one person think, then I would have succeeded in what I'm doing.
And knowing that we're willing to pay this much for our own reworked rubbish might just make us think before we throw.
I'd buy some of those things.
Absolutely.
I like that. That clock that we've got in the background there, the old...
It's awesome.
What is it, premium? Is that ham? Is New Zealand ham? Corned beef. Corned beef. That's brilliant. That's brilliant. I remember when I was a little boy in Auckland, and the dumps were fantastic. I don't know that they're that good now. They're more... I don't know, it's more of a slurry now, but in the old days, do you remember, did your parents ever take you to the dump?
Oh, yeah.
We used to go, it was a huge trip on the weekend, and they actually had signs up at Whitford. There was a great tip at Whitford. I mean, people live out there, it's a fancy place now, but in those days it was just a rubbish dump and country land, yeah. There'd be fancy houses built on the landfill out there now. But in Whitford, they had big signs up saying no picnicking on the tip. Because people used to go down there, whole families used to go down there with a small, you know, with a bit of rubbish on a trailer, and then they used to scavenge and have sandwiches, and it was brilliant.
It's like a bit like the inorganic collections.
Yep.
Now.
Yep, and some of those hideous councils that say you're not allowed to, you know, they stop people from going around trawling. What is wrong with... that is what recycling is all about, getting people to go along in their vans and pick through other people's rubbish, as long as they don't make too much mess. But nowadays it's much more clinical, isn't it? Life is much more clinical nowadays. I say bring back the picnics on the dump.